Kieran, the New York Mets will play their home games in brand new Citi Field next season. Before they even laid the sod, giant orange Citi signs were visible from every major highway surrounding the ballpark in Queens. The company says it plans to go ahead with a $400 million naming rights deal despite a government bailout, and plans to lay off more than 50,000 workers. My next guest is a Democratic congressman livid that taxpayer dollars could be used for such a massive advertising project. Representative Elijah Cummings of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee now joins me live from Baltimore. Congressman Cummings, thanks for coming in again today.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
One of the things you said about this deal is that it's indefensible. Why do you say that?
Well, I say that because we've got Citigroup coming to the Congress, cashmere hat in hand, begging for money to stay afloat. They've got $25 billion a few months ago. Now getting another $20 billion and all kinds of other sweeteners to keep them afloat. Now they come to us saying, look, Congress, we're on a respirator. We're about to die. But yet and still, and at the same time, they are saying that they're going to let go some 52,000 employees, but they want to hold on. They're adamant about holding on to a deal whereby they can plaster their name on the front of a stadium in New York for $400 million over the course of the next 20 years. So I have a problem with that, and my constituents do too.
Gotcha. So Citi does not seem to be backing down. In fact, they issued a statement which essentially says Citi remains committed to its relationship with the New York Mets. The sponsorship of Citi Field is an important marketing priority for the company. Now, one of the things you have to ask, though, is whether it would be better for this company to stay in the deal than to back out of it. After all, a lot of people say naming rights deals, for example, bring money in, and don't we want Citi to make some money?
I would love for Citi to make some money, but Citi is in a unique position. It's dying. It was literally on its deathbed. And the problem is that they didn't need, I mean, they did very well as the #1 bank without naming rights to the Met Stadium before all these years. So suddenly now they need it? Come on, give me a break. And I think the American people are saying, give me a break. There's another piece of this that I'm very concerned about. And that is that the folks that are lining up, the companies lining up, wanting to get government money, while my constituents are losing their jobs, losing their homes, going through difficult times, not knowing how they're going to make it, but yet still they see their tax dollars being used for things like this. The other thing is that part of the deal that was made with regard to Citigroup was for them to help people with their foreclosures. Well, the fact is that was sort of last on the list, and Citigroup seems to be kind of, moseying around as to exactly how they're going to make that happen. What I'm saying is the taxpayers' dollars are paying for this. They need to understand that this is a new day. They've got a new owner, the United States government and the citizens of this country.
Now, Barack Obama has said already that he does support this Citibank deal. On the other hand, he's a little bit skeptical about the deal that people are talking about for the automakers. Let's listen.
We can't just write a blank check to the auto industry. Taxpayers can't be expected to pony up more money for an auto industry that has been resistant to change.
He pretty much said he was really wondering why the automakers didn't come to Congress with a more detailed plan for how they're going to get themselves out of this fix. Do you agree with that?
I agree with President-elect Obama completely. I said the same thing. I'd like to see the automobile industry get some type of funding. But the fact is, keep in mind that 1 out of every 10 jobs is associated with the automobile industry, and we don't want to lose those jobs. But at the same time, the leadership, as they come flying in on their nice 3 private planes, land in Washington and basically say, give us the money. And that's the very thing I'm going against. They don't get it. This is a new day. And they don't get that they've come in begging the government for money. And this is taxpayers' money. And so I agree. They ought to have a plan. For years, the automobile industry said, no, we don't worry about CAFE standards. We don't have to make these energy-efficient cars. We'll make the big cars and the trucks so that we can make a lot of money. Well, this is a new day. And as the president said, President-elect said yesterday, we don't have time to waste. I have another one for you. We don't have a dime to waste. This is we've got to deal with this economy as it is, and that's in a thrift manner so that we can get back on our feet.
Congressman Elijah Cummings of Maryland, thanks so much. Good seeing you again.
Good seeing you, too.